I grew up in a wine atmosphere. My grandfathers were vine growers, and one of them, Gregorio, was a well-reputed grafter of vines. My world was the cantina, where I used to play around, surrounded by farming and winemaking equipments. The favorite grape grown was, and still is, the Primitivo, a very ancient variety supposed to be introduced by Dalmatian people who crossed the Adriatic Sea since the 9th century. The name Primitivo comes from the word prima, that means before, as that is an early ripening varietal of grape. In Manduria there are different kinds of soil, and my grandfather knew very well the capability and peculiarities of the Primitivo that could be obtained in each one. And this is the red soil. The most typical area for Primitivo is grown in red soil that's very rich of iron. Here we have very old vineyard, more than 70 years old. You can see each vine, they make very poor fruit. Grape are very low yields per hectare, but we have great concentration, great color, and the wine is really rich. The Primitivo from red soil is the first to be harvested. Usually we harvest at the first week of September. Then we make everyday delestage and pump over for 1 week. And only after the malolactic fermentation we put in the oak here, in the French oak, where it's aged from 6 to 9 months. This is the wine. The bottle has this dot with the red soil, and Primitivo shows the best character for typical Primitivo di Manduria. That means very ripened cherry notes, a lot of fruitness, and very soft tannins. The mouth is long and a little bit with tannins that are alive. It's a very pleasant wine to match with every kind of food. The white soil originates from the breaking up of the emerging calcareous stones, mostly made by shell and marine fossils we used to play with when we were children. All the Salento area is a peninsula re-emerged from the sea only 65 million years ago. The tufaceous stony composition of this soil causes a fast drainage of the rainwater, but at the same time allows the vine's root system to reach deep into the porous underlying stones to catch the hidden groundwater. Since you were a child, you were looking for fossils in this vineyard.
Yeah.
This is the white soil.
Yeah.
It's rich of fossils. Actually, this is a very calcareous soil for the vines, and the vine roots go deep to catch the hidden water, because the stones are porous, so kind of tufaceous soil, and that's why it's rich of fossils. Vineyards that we grow in the white soil usually are harvested at the middle of September. That means 1 week later than red soil. The wine that comes from the white soil is so elegant, so international style. It's rich and has a lot of wild cherry notes with the vanilla and licorice. Has a fantastic palate. The wine is aged from 12 to 18 months in French oak. It's simply fantastic. Has been awarded this year as Tre Bicchieri from Gambero Rosso. That means one of the best Italian wine. This is the black soil. As you can see, it's soft because it's really, really deep. And black soil has alluvial origin, so it was just the composition of ancient forest. That's why here the soil is really fertile, and the vines go deep and they stay fresh. They have a lot of vegetation. That's why they make also more production per hectare. But also the cycle of each year is longer in this area. Usually this is the last one Primitivo to be harvested. So we usually harvest in the end of September. This vineyard, as you can see, is more than 8 years old and still production. It's fantastic Primitivo here.
And what is this?
Actually, that is Zinfandel. This is the place where we started the investigation. We were involved in the debate between Primitivo and Zinfandel, differences and similarities more than 20 years ago. And when I was visiting California, one of the best well-reputed producer there, which is Ridge Vineyards, I bought some cuttings and I brought in my bag, and I grafted here. And we are still grafting more vines because that wine was really successful. And the black soil is where we grafted the Zinfandel that I brought from California 27 years ago. Vineyards in black soil are the last to be harvested. Usually we harvest in the end of September, 1 month after the first Primitivo that we grow in other areas. Probably the black soil shows very spicy Primitivo. The wine is rich and has a lot of black pepper, licorice, and a very full structure. The palate is long-lasting with a lot of tannins that finish very, very well. This wine has been awarded many times as one of the best Italian wine by Gambero Rosso.
Why did you take me here?
Because this is the place where you can learn the most powerful element to make great wine, which is the concentration of past and future. We are in the sandy soil. It's the poorest soil to grow vineyards. But here you can see the old vines resist, survive, and they wanna make fruit again. This is the place, the closest vineyard in sand that we have closest to the sea. And our job, our challenge will be to make those vines productive again. And I can show you here the past, where the Greeks have started the art of making wine. In Greece they didn't have good soil, they have rocky soil, and the vines used to grow on the ground like snakes. And this is what happened here, where the vines were abandoned and they came out again, growing on the soil. Look. So this is our challenge. I want to make again this great Primitivo di Manduria in the sand. Now we are going to introduce the last Primitivo that we make, the last cru. It's a special cru because it comes from very small vineyards that are in a unique place located near the seaside. The soil is sand, it's the poorest soil that we can have in the Manduria lands. And the wine has small quantities. We called d'unico, that means unique on the dune. It's a wine very, very special. The harvest is last week of August. And despite the earlier harvest, the wine is rich, long-lasting, and in my opinion is the Primitivo di Manduria that can age better than all the others. The nose is rich with dry figs, cloves, a lot of aromas. It's a perfect balance, even if the wine is powerful, but has a great balance with tannins and is long-lasting. It's a wine that you better keep for special occasions.